How to prune sage. Why prune sage plants? Trimming a sage plant regularly is essential to maintain their health, shape and promote new growth. This video will provide a step-by-step process of trimming your sage plant effectively. By removing old and dead wood, you encourage the development of fresh and healthy branches. Pruning also stimulates the production of more leaves. Steps to follow. 1. Inspect the plant. 2. Remove dead leaves. 3. Shape the plant. 4. Thin out crowded areas. And 5. Clean and tidy up. When to prune sage. The best time to trim sage plants is in early spring, just before new growth emerges. This allows enough time for the plant to recover from pruning and allowing plenty of time for new shoots to grow by summer. Avoid pruning sage plants during winter or late fall when they are dormant. Pruning during this period may weaken the plant and make it more susceptible to cold damage. Pruning will make way for tender new growth that will become vulnerable to the cold and may be damaged or killed, so wait for springtime. So if your sage plant looks half dead, leggy and with grey leaves like in this picture, I will show you how to prune it to bring it back to life. One. Inspect the leaves. Take a close look at the sage plant before any pruning. Look for grey, wilted or dried leaves which are signs of distress. Also examine any dead or damaged branches and any areas that appear overgrown or leggy. Dead wood appears as a brownish or a grey colour. Identify any healthy parts of the plant for potential further growth. 2. Remove dead leaves. Start by cutting away all the grey, dry and dead leaves. Gently pinch and pull away the leaves that are grey, shrunken or dried up. If necessary, use scissors or pruners to cut the stems and remove dead leaves. Cut them back to the base of the stem or to a healthy leaf node. It is good practice to remove the dead or dying leaves throughout the year to prevent disease. Three. Shape the plant. If the plant is leggy, you can trim back the stems. Check for any dead or damaged stems and cut them back to the base of the plant. Any brownish or grey coloured stems should be pruned as they serve no purpose and only attract pests and fungi. Cut them back to about 6 inches or to where you see the healthy green leaves. Also make sure you never remove over a third of the plant at any one time. This reduces stress to the plant. Cut back all growth to make way for new, younger, healthier ones. On each remaining stem, identify leaf nodes or a bud bearing new growth and make your cut slightly above one of these. Cut back each stem by about 2/3 to encourage lateral growth. This will encourage bushier growth. Four. Thin out crowded areas. If there are areas where the stems are too close together, causing them to cross or rub against each other, remove them. This pruning increases airflow and allows sunlight to reach all the branches, reducing the risk of disease. Using secateurs, Cut at a 45-degree angle for optimal wound healing. 5. Clean and tidy up. Once you've finished pruning, clean up any fallen leaves or debris around the sage plant and dispose of them properly to reduce the risk of diseases spreading. Prune lightly in the first year. Sage plants that are young and growing can be vulnerable to damage if pruned too heavily. So prune the sage plant lightly during its first year to ensure it grows fully. During its first year, focus mostly on removing damaged or spent leaves, and be conservative in the first year and focus your attention on removing the damaged dead leaves. Conclusion. Pruning a struggling sage plant can help rejuvenate it and promote new growth. It takes very little effort and a short amount of time to do. Always use sharp, clean secateurs to avoid mangling the stem and lower the risk of spreading disease. Remember to prune in early spring, remove dead wood and older growth, thin out overgrown areas, shape the plant as desired and clean up afterwards. Bye for now.